Hey guys, this is the officially unofficial geek channel. I am your host as always, Carrie Quinn, and I'm sorry if I'm not my normal feisty self. It's just today, many of you probably heard that basically the the man that is Batman to many of us, um, yeah, it's like our Batman. If you were a kid during the time when Batman the animated series was originally running, you know exactly who I'm talking about. You know, he is the man that I think when a lot of us of a certain age read Batman, um, probably hear him uh, when we read Batman, hear his voice. I'm speaking, of course, of Kevin Conroy, where it was announced today he had lost a battle with cancer at the age of 66. Um, and so I was originally planning to do so there's this other thing in the community, and it's uh, Cole's comic channel and Bearded Comic Bros channel does this um, 10 comic cover challenge. So it's the comic cover challenge, the Bearded and Cole comic cover challenge. And I had originally planned on doing this. It's my first one I've ever done. And these guys do this, quite frequently. Hopefully, it's the first of many for me. But this theme was comic covers involving fighting. And my original plan was to do a more vast, over my entire comic book collection of fighting covers. Um, but I think today, in honor, in memory of Kevin Conroy, I have 10 fighting covers involving fighting scenes on the cover, and all of them involve Batman. Um, just a little bit about Kevin Conroy, the man, before I get into the covers. Just a little bit, because most of us know him as Batman. Kevin Conroy moved to New York City in 1973 on a scholarship to Juilliard, um, where he became a classically trained uh, theater actor. Uh, and was part of the same troupe, um, and was he was part of the same troupe as Kelsey Grammer, and also his roommate, um, BTW, was Robin Williams. From Juilliard, he earned a BFA, which is a Bachelor's in Fine Arts. He went immediately to work doing theatrical productions on stage. In California and New York City. This was in 1978, and he, um, just in the beginning of his acting career, um, did a lot of theater, and then he did, including he performed Hamlet. Once he performed Midsummer Night's Dream, so he is classically trained and practiced Shakespearean actor. He also did a lot of introductory shows of Edward Albee's work. Um, and yeah, I mean, that's even just before he even graced us with his portrayal of the voice of Bruce Wayne in Batman. Um, so I just wanted to give you a little bit of information, not a little tidbit of information. This guy was the real deal. Um, Classically trained And if you're involved in theater at all, or you studied theater like I did, you hear the words classically trained Juilliard graduate on top of the fact that he already means so much to us as the voice of Batman. It's really quite an achievement to be mentioned in the same sentence as people like Robin Williams and Kelsey Grammer. Um, so I wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit more information in case you didn't know. Little um, maybe you knew them, maybe you didn't know them, tidbits about Kevin Conroy before I got into um, my covers for the Bearded and Cole comic cover challenge for fighting. So these 10 covers are all, like I said, Batman covers, and in honor of the memory of the voice of Batman, so many times the voice of Batman, Kevin Conroy. So let's get into it. So basically, Bearded and Cole's comic challenge, comic cover challenge. There's a few stipulations here. You have 10 covers that all fit the category that is laid out ahead of time by Bearded and Cole. Um, so what you want to do is, if you want to participate, they have to come from your own collection, and they, like I said, have to fit the category. And what you do is you tag them in your description in your video, and they do the rest. So it's a little fun thing if you want to participate. I believe you can also participate if you're on Instagram. If you're not on YouTube, you can do that if you're not like me, willing to sit in front of a camera. And there's different ways that you can do this. So you don't necessarily have to do it like I am right now. But anyways, here we are. 10 fighting covers of Batman for the 10 10 fighting covers for the Bearded and Cole comic cover challenge. So first we're going to start with a little Dan Mora. This is Dan Mora, and both Dan Mora and Jorge Jimenez are going to show up a lot in this, because I just recently came back to comic collecting in the last couple years. So a lot of I have older stuff that you might see in here, but a lot of my Batman covers that I have currently have to do with those artists. That's just how it is. So the first one I'm going to show you guys is from the Future State. It's Dark Detective Future State, the Future State series, Dark Detective #4, where we have Bruce Wayne, Batman, fighting Peacekeeper. Lovely with the fire and everything like that. It's just like the showdown, the OK Corral here. So, yeah, this is Dark Detective #4, Dan Mora. Next one, this is Capullo. And this is going to be Dark Knights #6 Metal. And it is the shiny foily cover that has the Joker dragon. As you can see, Batman's a dragon rider here. And you can see this is, if you've read Dark Knight's Metal, this is a pretty titular moment in the fight. So here you go. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman all flying in for the fight on the Joker dragon. Another Joker themed piece. This is Batman 100. This is the last issue of the Joker War saga. So this is a Jorge. I believe this is a Jorge Jimenez cover. I'm gonna double check real quick while we're all sitting here before I show it officially. Let's double check here. I have way too many copies of Batman 100. I will tell you that right now. Way too many copies of Batman 100. I'm trying to find. Let's see here. I legit do not want to like assume. It's a few different stories here, so I'm trying to get to the end here. Let's see, epilogue. It's not there. Where is it at? Okay, hold on. I believe this in particular is a Matina cover right here. Based on what I'm seeing, it's a Matina cover. You know what I love about DC now, like recently, is like right here in the bar code area, they've started putting cover artists, blah blah blah, right? So it's really quite helpful when doing things like this. Uh, you know for sure right there. You don't have to go hunting it. And this is Batman number 100. And obviously, you have a mid-air uh, fight between Batman and the Joker. It's the end of the Joker War. Like I said, I have way too many Batman 100s. It's silly. More Joker War fun with Batman and Nightwing, Batman number 99. And they are. See, this at this point, Nightwing has finally remembered who he is. Dick Grayson has finally remembered who he is. Um, if you are familiar with the whole Rick Grayson thing, where Dick Grayson had lost his memory of being Dick Grayson, and in here he gets it back. He's Dick Grayson again. So yeah. And it looks like they're about ready to fight a whole bunch of clowns. The Joker clowns. This one is Batman number 98. It's again from the Joker War. I have a lot of Joker War. It's one of the things that I've made the specific plan to collect everything associated with the Joker War because I really love the storyline. Um, this is a cover that is basically showing off one of the the main attractions of the whole series was any of the showdowns between Punchline and Harley Quinn. And that's what this cover is here. And of course, it also involves Batman. So there we go. Again, this is the cover A. This is the Jorge Jimenez cover. It's the same thing with the last one as well. So switching gears a little bit, of course, it's still Batman, like I said, but switching gears to a different time period. Uh, this is Batman number 49. It is from the wedding that didn't happen storyline, and it is Catwoman. Well, it's Batman number 49, Catwoman fighting the Joker while Batman is knocked out. And it says, "Don't mess with Catwoman on her wedding day." And this is Janin art. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. Janin. Another one from around that era, so same artist. From oh no, it is a different artist. No, it's the same. It's the same artist. Because some artists see they sign their name a lot easier to find it on their work. Um, but this is from an arc from Batman number 43, and it's the Everybody Loves Ivy arc, and it is Batman and Catwoman fighting Poison Ivy. I love this. I love this with the bright colors, like the yellow in the background, and with the green in Ivy and her hair, with the orange red hair. I love it so much. It's so pretty. Let's see here, what do I want to talk about next? Okay, let's do this. So this one is Batman Detective Comics. This Detective Comics number 1035, The Wrath of Mr. Worth. This is another Dan Mora cover, I believe. Yes, another Dan Mora cover. If you were reading Detective Comics at this time, Mr. Worth was so infuriating because he kept on coming at him, kept on coming at Batman, because Mr. Worth was under the impression, because of being at the wrong place at the wrong time, that Batman was responsible for his daughter's death. And so you couldn't tell him anything otherwise. He blew up some buildings, like full on crazy pants here. And yeah, so obviously you see him here, this dude right here in the suit, and I'm not talking about the bat suit, the that right there. This dude, like, I swear to God, like, holy crap, guys. It was like every issue. It was like, what is he blowing up today, folks? So the next one I'm going to show you is Batman Urban Legends number 4. Let me see if I can figure out who this artist is. And I can't just by looking at it. Hold on one second. Jorge Molina. I'll go ahead and show it to you outside the casing. This is my 9th book, Batman Urban Legends number 4. And it is Batman and Red Hood, Jason Todd, fighting Mr. Freeze. Yes. And I love this because I liked when I was following the Urban Legends. It's just like, it's a really good, sturdy book, and they always had like the back cover as well. And that back cover got me when I first saw this. Neither of us lived up to the idea of Batman and Robin, Red Hood quote. And it's like him cradling Jason Todd's body. Um, Obviously, y'all probably know the story of Jason Todd and being Robin and being Red Hood, so I'm not going to get into it. But yes, this is my ninth book, and I have one more book to show you guys. And I picked this one specifically. It's not a recent book, um, but it's also not a horribly old book either. Um, there's a 5-part series that came out. I see here, 2011. That was just like now. They like to release these small, limited series books uh, for video games, and I thought it's just it's just really like bittersweet and perfect to end with this one, because as you may or may not know, Kevin Conroy was not only the voice of Batman in the animated series, but he was the voice of Batman for a lot of stuff, for a lot of animated series. He was the voice of Batman in a lot of video games, and one of them was Arkham City. And so to end my presentation here of, my in memoriam Kevin Conroy cover, challenge, I'm going to present to you Batman Arkham City number 4 from the series that came out to promote Batman Arkham City, where he voiced the Batman. So that's it. That is my fighting cover challenge. Um, Thank you for hanging out with me and letting me talk a little bit about Kevin Conroy. I think that it's really important to know a little bit about where everybody comes from. And I wanted to just, even though like the little tidbits of information and his life that I shared with you this evening, just not only it is small potatoes compared to what he actually did. Like, seriously, even just take a moment to read through the Wikipedia page on him, where it has everything that he did. And like, even when he's talking about playing one of the characters on stage from one of Edward Albee's plays, it's he talks about how he felt like there was this I believe the play is called Eastern Standard by Edward Albee, and it is about a man who is a entertainment producer, I believe, if I remember correctly. Okay, he's involved in entertainment, and he ended up playing this character, and he told a publication, a news publication at the time, that as a man, that himself as a man, um let me back up for a second. Okay, so the character he ended up playing in Eastern Standard, by Edward Albee, was a gay man living in secret with AIDS. And he said that, I'm paraphrasing his quote here, that as a gay man living in New York during the height of the beginning of the AIDS epidemic, and seeing so many people he knew and cared about perish to that horrible, horrible disease, that he felt an obligation to play this character in honor of all those funerals that he had to go to. of all these people, all these friends that he knew. And so now I'm going to end this before I completely lose it. I didn't even know about that until a little while ago, that he played that character on stage. And I believe, if I'm understanding right, I just he felt an obligation. And I kind of felt like, after experiencing everything that Kevin Conroy and his work meant to me and so many of us that love Batman, I felt an obligation to come here and talk about him. So thank you so much, to everyone watching. Thank you so much, for dealing with me, almost crying on camera. I'm still almost there. Um, if you're out there and this has hit you in this way, please do not feel ashamed or feel like you're out of place or you're, juvenile, because this one's hitting. This one is hitting a little bit, and I'll be okay. You'll be okay. We'll all be okay. um, please do not be ashamed. Um, thank you for joining me this evening. And thank you to Kevin Conroy. Thank you. I'll be seeing you guys. Bye.